The many worlds interpretation. The many worlds interpretation is a fascinating and mind-bending idea in quantum mechanics that suggests that our universe is just one of countless others that exist simultaneously. This concept was first proposed by physicist Hugh Everett in 1957 as a way to explain some of the strange behavior observed in quantum experiments. To understand the many worlds interpretation, it's helpful to start with the basics of quantum mechanics. Quantum mechanics is a branch of physics that deals with the tiniest building blocks of the universe, like atoms, electrons, and photons. These particles behave in ways that are very different from the objects we see in our everyday world. For instance, in the quantum world, particles can exist in a state of superposition, meaning they can be in multiple states at once. They don't behave in a predictable way until they are observed or measured. This is best illustrated by a famous thought experiment called Schrödinger's cat, in which a cat in a box is both alive and dead until someone looks inside the box. Traditionally, when a quantum particle is observed, it collapses into a single state. This means that even though it was in multiple states before being measured, it suddenly chooses one state when we observe it. This collapse of the wave function is how classical physics explains quantum behavior. However, the many worlds interpretation offers a very different explanation. It suggests that instead of collapsing into one state, all possible outcomes of a quantum event happen, but each in a different, parallel universe. In this interpretation, every time a quantum event occurs with multiple possible outcomes, the universe splits into multiple versions of itself, with each version representing a different outcome. For example, if you were to flip a coin, there would be one universe where the coin lands heads and another universe where it lands tails. These universes are completely separate from each other, and we are only aware of the one in which we live. Every possible outcome of every event creates a new universe, meaning there could be an infinite number of universes. One of the most intriguing aspects of the many worlds interpretation is that it eliminates the need for the wave function collapse. Instead of a particle choosing one state when observed, it continues to exist in all its possible states, but in different worlds. This means that all potential outcomes of an event are equally real, we just experience one of them. This idea has profound implications. It means that every decision you make, no matter how small, creates a branch in the universe. In one universe, you might decide to eat pizza for dinner, while in another, you choose pasta. Both outcomes are real, but you are only aware of the universe where you made one of those choices. Similarly, in one universe, a historical event like World War II might have ended differently, leading to an entirely different reality. Many scientists and philosophers find the many worlds interpretation intriguing, because it offers a solution to some of the puzzles of quantum mechanics without requiring any special rules for observation or measurement. It treats all possible outcomes as equally real, without needing to explain why only one outcome is observed. However, the many worlds interpretation is not without its critics. One of the main objections is that it seems to violate a principle called Occam's razor, which suggests that the simplest explanation is usually the best. By postulating the existence of an infinite number of universes, the many worlds interpretation is far from simple. Some physicists also argue that the theory is untestable since we cannot access or observe these other universes. If we can't observe them, how can we know they exist? Despite these criticisms, the many-worlds interpretation has gained popularity over the years, especially among physicists who are uncomfortable with the idea of wave-function collapse. It has also become a favorite concept in science fiction, where the idea of parallel universes has been used as a plot device in countless books, movies, and television shows. One of the reasons the many-worlds interpretation has become so popular in science fiction is that it offers endless possibilities. In a multiverse of infinite universes, anything that can happen does happen somewhere. There could be universes where the laws of physics are different, where history has taken a different course, or where people have made different choices. In addition to its philosophical implications, the many-worlds interpretation also has practical implications for understanding the nature of reality. For example, it can help explain some of the strange results seen in experiments involving quantum entanglement, where particles seem to communicate with each other instantly, even over vast distances. In the many-worlds interpretation, entangled particles are not communicating with each other but are simply following different paths in different universes. The interpretation has also inspired new ideas in fields such as cosmology and artificial intelligence. Some scientists have even speculated that the many-worlds interpretation could offer clues about the origins of our universe. If there are infinite universes, could our universe be just one of many that were created in a multiverse? Could different universes have different physical laws, and if so, what does that say about the nature of reality? In conclusion, the many-worlds interpretation is a revolutionary way of thinking about quantum mechanics and the nature of reality. It suggests that every possible outcome of every event happens, but in different universes. While this idea may be hard to grasp, it offers a way to explain some of the strange behavior observed in quantum experiments without requiring the wave function to collapse. Whether or not the many-worlds interpretation is correct, it has opened up new ways of thinking about reality and our place in the universe.